Hi, my friends. Got a nice email from a guy in California, old Doug here. Look at Bessie. Look at her right there. Look at that. Look, she's sniffing my nose like Joe Biden. Look at that. She's sniffing my hair. How's it smell, Bessie? That's such a great picture. I love her. I think we got that. How much did we get that, Maddie? You know, from TJ Maxx or something like that?
Yeah.
Probably $5 or something like that. You can tell we're intellectual and artiste here. All right. So while Bessie sniffs my hair, Joe Biden style, let me. Doug says, "Hey, John from California, love your videos. I am not ready to quit my job just yet. However, you are making me question why I am working full time when I possibly could be part time at my job. I'm going to be 56 years old next month, and I've been at my same company for well over 3 decades. Thanks for inspiring so many people." I've had a number of emails like that in the last few days, and it's friggin' awesome. Awesome. It's humbling. It's definitely can lead you to have a inflated head, I suppose. But I appreciate that, Doug. And if I'm helping any of you, it bogs my mind that some dude on YouTube in a Boston Bruins shirt with old Bessie there sniffing my hair can have an impact on people. It's awesome. But it's not me. It is. Don't get wrong. I'm bringing something to the table here, but this is what makes, when you have a confidence in what you're doing, and how you know you have a confidence is you're willing to say you don't know. I find a lot of financial planners and advisors, they seem like they have to know everything at all times because they don't want to look like they're without answers. And that's the worst kind of, you don't want to touch that person with a 10-foot pole because they're pulling stuff out of their butt at that point half the time. There's no way you can know the 2,000 pages of the Social Security code. No way you can know the 6,000 pages of the Medicare. There's no way. So to even presume that you would, it would be A, misleading, and 2, it could be hurtful to somebody. Simply because they're relying on you and your knowledge. And this is where I think confidence can be a big role, because if you have the confidence, you're able to say, I don't know. Now, the drawback about confidence is someone like Dave Ramsey. All right, so here he's a guy, overly confident, stating you should have 4 types of mutual funds or whatever, and 12%. You can. See that's the kind of stuff that's arrogant in my opinion, because it's a lack of looking at the big picture to see what's really happening and just saying this is what's happened in the past. And hold on just a second. And so what happens is you have people with an arrogance versus a confidence, and that's a tough thing for you just a consumer to be able to differentiate between the difference. Who is being arrogant and who's being confident? I know I probably come across sometimes arrogantly, but I try not to. I try to be as even keel as possible when it comes to the realm of financial planning. But I've been doing this for a long time, and I read literature from the academics more so than just the Fidelities of the world with their sales pitches. I find it important to read what the academic literature is saying to get a gauge of what's going on out there, as opposed to just saying, I got this sales. I got an actually email from a man, Jack, up in Virginia. And he just texted me some sales piece he got earlier today, and I guarantee that somebody is, right here, a tailor-made retirement plan with guaranteed income and blah, 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 blah. I guarantee someone's selling that based on the sales piece without knowing the research behind it, how the plan works and all that. And how would you know? I don't know. I don't know. But that's what makes YouTube great, because some guy with his experience. Let me give an example. My man Sean Mills, who does hackmysolar.com. Look, I know enough about photovoltaic to challenge the idea that we're ever going to power our economy on solar PV panels. It's not going to happen. Sean, though, on the other hand, knows how to put solar PV panels into your system for your own personal use, so he has a completely different level of confidence. If someone said, Josh, how much? I don't have the slightest idea how much you would need for your own electricity generation. I don't know. But Sean would, and Sean could put a video out there, and he does. He got videos out there how it works, which is great, because he knows, and he has that confidence level to allow him to say, this is what needs to happen. And so if you're interested in solar, that's a guy that you'd want to look at for sure. Now, would I just follow Sean alone and say, okay, this guy said it on YouTube, that way I should follow him? No, you got to look at other sources too, because maybe Sean is the equivalent of Dave Ramsey of a 12% rate of return. And this is where, especially with anything with solar, you're looking at maximum capacity. I forgot what it's called, nameplate capacity versus, what you'll actually get and whatnot. I mean, it's so easy to sell an ignorant person. Oh, we have a 5 kilowatt system. You're like, yeah, but that's never going to generate 5 kilowatts. Whatever. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, you got to look at the alternatives that are out there for what you're being told. But the issue is that you can do the same thing. You might have a level of knowledge that no one else has, and you can help people change lives. But just, getting on YouTube, doing a blog, doing a podcast, just, talking to people, whatever it is, you might have a certain level of knowledge on how to put a PV panel on your rooftop solar panel and system with backup batteries. I mean, how to garden. I mean, whatever it is, you can have something that could change people's lives too. You think about my man Kang Starr. Here's a guy at Houston who's showing people how to raise vegetables to eat healthier lives that's cheaper. Our man Francis up there in California, Francis the beat the bush guy. I mean, here's a guy showing you how to be frugal. I mean, all these guys have something to offer. It could be you too. And I think about Danielle Roberts, Medicare stuff. Hell, I don't know half the stuff she does, but she knows it, and she has a confidence in which to speak from authority, but also the humble nature to say, there's no way I can know all this stuff. And so I appreciate these emails. It makes me, literally, I hope it doesn't give me a big head, but it makes me humble that, just me, just old Josh sitting here next to Bessie and my Boston Bruins t-shirt can have such an impact. It's crazy. It's freaking awesome. It's insane. And if that doesn't get you fired up to keep going, I don't know what will. And I was actually watching that guy beat the bush yesterday because he had a thing where he was talking about how he got dumped from a girlfriend or something like that. And he seemed a little bit depressed, and it's like, it's too bad. And I think I put on there, keep going, man, keep going, because people need you. But I just, the issue is, here's some guy, Francis, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just some dude, and yet he is having an impact on people, and it's cool. And when you have that impact, it gets you fired up, especially for financial stuff, because there's so many naysayers out there, so many people trying to separate you from your money, and so anyway, to get these kind of emails is freaking awesome. I won't be able to answer them all that come in. I just want you to know I appreciate it. Look, I appreciate anybody watching, because YouTube pays me for anyone who watches. But I do appreciate getting emails like that. It does keep you fired up. Now, you don't need to flood me with emails to say, Josh, we're going to want you. You don't need to do that. Trust me, I appreciate it. And I check the comments, and it's all good. But that's humbling, man. It is. And I just want to say thanks. So anyway, thanks, Doug. Other folks who send me emails like that, trust me, they don't go unobserved and they don't go unappreciated. I just won't be able to address each one, but I do want to say thanks. All right. Thanks, guys.